Welcome, Jordanna. I'm Ben and HLS Dan. To be back at DC. We had you a couple of times, so it's always good to have people who are still, after all those years in the crypto space, doing their thing. And it's always nice to have them back to tell them what they're up to now. And with a new project that already launched. Last time it was before the launch and now after the launch. So it's always good that everything is going smoothly in the crypto space because you're still running around.
Yeah.
Um, for
Yeah.
the people that don't know you, can you introduce yourself? And maybe Ben and Dan can do that too.
Yeah, sure. So, my name is Jordanna Foxx. I've been in the adult industry for 20 years. I've been investing in crypto since 2017. 2021, I launched Vice World, which was later acquired by Pleasure Network. And then I went to work for a year at Front Fans as managing director there. And my recent project is on Solana. So that's the one we're here to talk about today, which is Wet.
Yeah.
So I've had quite a lot of experience, specifically in adult tokens, I would say. And I also published a book during that time as well. So that was quite fun. That was the pocket guide to Web3. So yeah, I've got quite a lot of crypto experience, quite a lot of adult experience, and just we wanted to do something super fun. So we'll get into that in a minute. I'll let Ben introduce himself quickly.
Sure. So yeah, my name is Ben. I've been in this crypto business for at least 4 years now, similar to Jordana. Um, Interestingly enough, I started with Triple X Nifty that then turned into Pleasure Coin or Pleasure Network. So I can see Paul from Pleasure Network who's still there. So I had a pretty good time working there. We went really hard in 2021, went up to 45 million in market cap, and it's still a live token that's doing pretty good. I think they're actually up themselves right now, so shout outs to them. But we're doing our own thing over on the Solana chain right now. What they're doing is a lot more advanced, a lot more just various things that have already been put into fruition, things like that. So I just want to make sure, anybody that's from that token, like you don't feel threatened by this token, like, hey, we're doing our own thing here. We're down the collab with you. But that's where I started on myself. We went on, or not we, but I myself went on to work with Jordana and Vice World in 2022. Then in 2023, I went on to run my own OnlyFans agency that I am still running on the side. It's pretty successful. It makes like $50,000 a month with like 12 creators, and it's largely autonomous. So I'm personally doing pretty well. I've built a lot of adult connections and have worked with a lot of tokens over the last few years. And I'm excited to talk about what we're doing here today and see if you guys are interested as well. I'm pretty sure like I've been part of like at least like two or three other AMAs in this group at some point over the last 4 years, honestly, like with different projects.
Yeah, and mostly poor tokens. And I don't know. I'm personally not into the poor tokens, but the guys in the chat always go crazy about them, and they're always in the private. They always all went into the wet coin too, in the private sale that you had. So you see some familiar faces that always get every porn token around. They go into it. Maybe it's a Dutch thing, but the Dutchies like porn tokens, so that's always a good thing. I see HLS Dan also in the chat. You want to introduce yourself too for a minute?
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
Dan. I'm a crypto YouTuber under the name HLS Crypto. You'll be able to see that and find that out. This is the first crypto project I've been involved in as part of a team, but I've been in crypto now for 4 years. So I started sort of late 2020, so it's coming up to 4 years. Just really excited, and a big thank you for bringing us on to talk about this project, because Wet Token is fantastic.
So, like I said earlier, the wet token is already live. So we're doing AMA after it launched. Can you tell me a little bit about how it went with the private sale and the launch and where it's standing now?
Do you want me to answer that for you guys? I can go ahead and take the lead on that. Do you want me to answer?
Yeah, you can take it, Ben.
Sure. So we launched a couple days ago. Like where we've actually gone with this is essentially roughly about a week ago, myself and Jordanna had started discussing potentially doing something on Solana. Previous to that, we had both independently just had been watching the blockchain, saw like, there's an incredible amount of volume that's all of a sudden on there over the last few weeks. I myself had been working with an AI girlfriend platform that was on the Solana network, not with a token, but just as a project that uses it with Solana on the back end for their payment processing. And so I had gone to Mountain DAO in February and connected with a lot of people in the Solana blockchain. And after that, I had just kind of been keeping an eye on it. A friend of mine, like specifically called me like one day, like last week, and was like, "Whoa, look at like the market cap for Solana." And I was like, "Whoa, it's like the #2 token now. Wow, that's crazy." And then me and Jordana are just kind of always in conversation. So we had discussed like a few times, like, "Hey, maybe we could like work together on a token." So then I, officially went back to her like a day later and I was like, let's actually do this. Let's put out like private sale. Let's put a token out. It seems like it's the right time to do it. We did a private sale last Friday, and we filled it in about 24 hours with like $75,000 put in with like next to no marketing. Like I think we only spent 5 SOL and we got like 400 SOL or something like that. Like it was super crazy. So I hadn't personally tried to launch a token or do anything like that since about 2022, just because like it didn't really seem like it made sense to do in the bear market. So this is like my first experience like really launching a token since 2022 or really being on staff of one. And it's been super interesting. I mean, like, there's clearly an enthusiasm on Solana right now that's similar to like BSC back in like 2021 or like various other EVM blockchains that were just having a lot of different tokens on them, like Polygon or I don't know, like maybe like Avalanche or things like that. Um, so it's exciting to see because like I just remember having a token in 2022 post like, crypto crash in like May and it was like a slog to raise money. It was very difficult to get the chart to go up. It was just tricky, basically, in that environment to get new buyers. And it just seems super easy on Solana at the very least, like in this exact environment, to just get tons of volume and tons of buyers to come in. And we've definitely seen that enthusiasm. We have a good amount of people that also came into the private sale that were just people that like kind of knew us over the years, various capacities. People that had been bought into our tokens previously, people that were from other projects we'd worked with, even like people that have never even bought crypto before. But like, say on my end, I had brought in multiple people that own OnlyFans agencies and are just even like large creators or around the adult industry that were just down to buy into this token for the first time. And I had to do like multiple calls where I had to like explain like how do you even buy crypto and how do you make money from it and was super tiring, but was able to get completely new people into crypto that way that were likely now going to buy all kinds of things. So it's been pretty stressful, like, just in terms of like the labor and, the everyday intensity, but that, just kind of comes with the job of, running a token pretty much. But it's exciting too, seeing like how high it could go, how crazy it could go. Like, I think we're having a pretty good day at like this exact moment. Um, like I think our chart's quite a bit up from yesterday in particular. I think it's at like plus 50%. We're trending on some websites. Sorry, someone was trying to call me at the same time. But basically, yeah, we're doing really good. We just launched a couple days ago and we're seeing a lot of enthusiasm and we're looking forward to seeing where we go. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, no, and you said I think I saw the first question about, hey, we got a new Marcus came with, hey, Jordanna's doing something private sale here, and I came in and I saw all the Dutchies. Say, I'm in. So you get the same vibe as a couple of years ago that everybody really without. I always say do your own research and read the white paper and all that. It wasn't already. There wasn't anything. There was just the hype of a new porn token coming along. So that's always the rush and the adrenaline that goes through people from, okay, yeah, we're gonna do this, and when's lunch, and when sir, and everything going smoothly. And I think the lunch was Monday.
It was, yeah. It was around
Yeah.
like 11 a.m. EST or so. And we immediately did like an 8 or 10x or something like that. It was super exciting to watch. We've seen like legs since then, go down, go back up, go down, go up. So we're on like an upswing at this moment.
Yeah, because and now the launch is been, and then it's always you get the typical question: when the market is green, everybody happy. When the market is red, how you're gonna keep people happy? So basically, what you're gonna do to keep this wet projects going on for the next couple of months?
Do you want to answer that, Jordanna, or you want me to keep taking the
Yeah,
question?
sure, that's fine. Yeah, so we actually launched Tuesday. I don't know if that was Monday your time. But it was Tuesday. It was Tuesday where I live. Yeah, so I mean, essentially, it's a meme. So we are going down the full degenerate route of, all of the hype, all of the trending, taking over Reddit, all of that kind of stuff. So we're going to continue to do that, specifically engage the Asian community who really seem to like us. They've took a shine to us already. Actually, we've been listed on a couple of like the smaller like little coin voting sites and stuff, and we're trending on all of those. They just seem to really like us, so we're going to focus a lot of our marketing towards there, during the quieter phases, because everyone, even though the market sometimes goes down, I don't think it's going to go down anytime soon, to be honest, either, not with Bitcoin halving going on. We're going to just maintain that hype through communities that we know like us. We're fun. We can have meme competitions. We're going to get a Discord after dark where we're going to have, different variety of games and models and stuff like that. We can give away tokens. We're going to engage some of the humans. I don't know. I feel weird saying that, but some of the human creators that we know on things like Twitter Spaces and things like that. So we're going to really just keep that momentum going. We've got so many connections, and we've both made so many connections over the years that people are just coming to us with opportunity after opportunity and just saying, hey, like, do you want to do this poker game on Friday? Which we're going to be doing actually, but it's going to be on Monday. And we've got this that we can put into a Discord, and we've got this event, and there's so much stuff that people really want to see us take this to the next level. And I think there's so much hype around Solana at the moment. It really does feel like a community token. It really does feel like that. I haven't seen that amount of support before in any token that I've been in. You get your certain level of investors and things that are in the chat and they're supporting you and stuff, but actually just coming over to us and just giving us opportunities and free marketing and just saying, here's 15 souls worth of marketing, and here's this, and you can come on my MA for free, and like, just because they just really believe in the team. And I think that's going to go a long way during those periods when it's not so hype. But like I say, I do think that this is going to run. We launched on Tuesday. It's now Thursday. We've been consolidating, 500, 600K throughout the evenings. We're sitting at 767 K now. And I do think we're going to fly past the million tonight, because we're taking over, like, we're taking over everything. And another thing is, Ben has been working really hard over the past year away from crypto. So he's been working in the OnlyFans space, right, as a OnlyFans agency owner. And during that time, he's learned so many skills, like guerrilla marketing skills and things like that, that he now has in his tool belt that we wouldn't need to necessarily, pay a lot of money for. I don't know if you want to talk on any of that, Ben, but
yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so on my end, after kind of just exiting crypto for maybe about a year and a half or so, I had spent my time running OnlyFans accounts. So I had just acquired so many different connections in the adult industry running porn tokens previously that I was able to just move over to that industry pretty easily. In that industry, marketing is like significantly more advanced. Like, I would say in crypto, the marketing is feels like it's kind of like in the Stone Age a little bit, where like people don't really track the results and you're just kind of paying for stuff. And a lot of it's just kind of, like, trust me, this will definitely do something. And you really have no idea. Where in that space, like, you have to get like real results, right? Like, you have to have people like actually come over to your OnlyFans and like purchase something. And I think ultimately what it really is that people will buy a cryptocurrency way, way, way easier than they will buy like pornography from an OnlyFans creator. Like, it's still pretty easy, but like you have to actually put in like, like pretty serious like marketing and can't really like half-ass it. So in that space, there's pretty advanced black hat marketing, and what that means is basically it's actions that you probably see on social media like all the time. Like when you get those followers that are like, I don't know, Jenna4765, and you get like 10 of these accounts all following you at the same time. There's all these various bot systems and ways that you kind of game the system on social media when you're doing this kind of thing. So in particular, like I have bots for Reddit, bots for FetLife, like things that like I'm not paying someone else to do. Like I'm personally running these things and had to learn the skills of running proxies and running VPS servers and how to A and B test like various messaging for different kinds of things that you put out to people, targeting, how to specifically target on each platform like the particular type of people we want. So like say one thing I built for this particular token in relation to all these skills is I had made about 20 Twitter accounts. Each Twitter account is on its own specific proxy through a particular kind of browser that is an anti-detect browser, which means that you can run like 20 accounts at the same time, and if one gets banned, they don't all get banned at the same time. Each account is made to look like an AI girl, and each one has a link to what looks like OnlyFans, and then if you actually click on it, the domain will forward to like our actual like link tree basically and show our crypto stuff. And all of it has also a sales funnel in the bio to push people over to our Twitter as well. And then I have paid a series of staff that I have from my agency that are all like super cheap, very affordable, to basically just sit there all day following targeted people on different, basically Twitter accounts that they are following that are likely to be people that would also want to buy into a token like this. So say they are following another porn token, or they're following something on the Solana blockchain that's like a marketer or something like that. Um, so each day I have my two people like go on to the accounts, all 20 of them. They're able to log in super simply. It's very scalable, and they follow about 8,000 people, and it drives traffic to our Twitter and it drives traffic to our Telegram. And this is a whole system I made myself. I'm not paying someone else to do it. Really doesn't cost that much, but you have to have like 5 levels of skills to set up this type of thing pretty easily. And it's, I don't know many people in crypto itself that like can just do these types of, broad social media actions. I know some marketers that will pay people to do this kind of thing, but they don't do it very well. And, and they're like 10 times more expensive than they should be. So this is kind of like a skill set I can bring into this token that I think can boost it in ways that don't even really require marketing money, honestly. Like I can largely fund this myself because I have already the infrastructure from this from my other business to just do as much social media marketing as we want on any platform, and how to do it at scale and how to do it succinctly. That would be the most likely way to make it for people to actually show up and potentially buy the token. So I went into that pretty hard, but I just wanted to really give like an idea of like, like how we can sustainably run this token regardless of like having 2,000 SOL in a marketing order. It doesn't require that.
Yes. And you're a busy man. People keep calling you. No, and it's good that you got the skills yourself, because then you can react on what's going on in the market, and on Twitter, you can react quickly to get people to wet to the project. You talked a little bit about AI, and I know also, Jordanna, you are doing something with AI girlfriend. Are you gonna try to combine those two, the web token and the AI space?
Together a team and getting forward the MVP of my first AI. So my first AI is essentially a AI dating platform. So it works kind of like OnlyFans, but we would have essentially a select few of AI models, which myself and Ben would then be able to blow up online using his techniques that he's just mentioned, which would then drive traffic towards the application. So we would have the set models, which would be like Madison, who you can see in our Telegram group. So you'll see a little picture, and she's called Maddie. If you /Maddie, she'll talk back to you and stuff like that. So that will be the the main ones. But then in addition to that, we would be allowing creators and making AIs of existing creators. So it wouldn't be that a creator could just come on and do it. They would obviously need to apply, but that would just work in a similar way to OnlyFans, where they upload their content, but it's all AI generated. Obviously, it's not no human content at all. And yeah, so that's essentially it. So we've been working on that. We've got a really good team and a lot of tech that is put forward for it. So we was thinking about doing that anyway. So obviously when we came up with Wet, we was like, look, we'll see how Wet goes, and it's going very well. And then at a certain market cap, we'll bring that utility into play, and we'll also, you know, we're going to implement Wet into that as well. So they're very much independent of each other, but there's definitely we're definitely going to be putting Wet into the platform at some point. It's just a matter of when. And we didn't want to like overpromise things from day one, because if you come on here straight away and you're like, oh, we're going to have an AI platform, then people want it by like day 10. They're like, where is it? So they're very much independent of each other, as I say. And there's also a lot of other opportunities for us as well in regards to AI. So there's a partnership with an AI generation company. I don't really know what you call them, but it's where people go to just generate not safe for work images of AIs, but they're not actually creators. It's just, you just like put in the prompts and then generate it and stuff like that. So there's lots of people and lots of partnerships that are in the pipeline. I know Ben's got a number of other ideas as well for utility for the Wet token later down the line, but right now we're just having fun. We're being degens on Solana for the first couple of weeks, and then we can get into the seriousness of the AI. But the AI industry is massive. Something like, I think Forbes said, you know, 90% of all adult content in 5 years is going to be AI generated. So that's massive. If you think about the size of the adult industry, billion-dollar industry, it's going to be 90% AI. So, you know, there's going to be demand, and there's going to be an increased demand year after year for, you know, goodness knows how long. So the AI stuff is really, I'm really into the AI. Yeah. And there's definitely opportunity for Wet token to be implemented in many ways.
Yeah, and I think also to like the adult industry is never gonna be gone. That it's always going to be there, and AI is always going to be there, and crypto is always going to be there. So it's a nice way to combine those in the future to make it's a synergy with all those three things. With it's probably Wet. That would be the most for the year, the most more logical.
Yeah, and I think the synergy between them as well is great. I mean, they're all very, you know, innovative. The adult industry has always been, you know, a first mover in terms of, you know, get the internet and everything like that. It was one of the most, you know, the things that made the internet take off essentially. So that's always been, you know, forward thinking and highly restricted by Visa and MasterCard. And so is crypto, really. It's been, you know, that's kind of been its own underground thing, and it's getting very much more mainstream now. And, you know, we're starting to see the institutional investors, but they're still very much restricted. You know, I still can't access certain websites because I'm in the UK. I can't go on Bitmart or other exchanges, and I'm always getting blocked and stuff like that. So there's a lot of synergy between the adult industry and the crypto space in terms of innovation and censorship. And I think that goes the same with the AI as well, because AI is very much innovative, and also they do want to hold it back to a certain extent, because they don't know how AI is going to be, and it's scary. So there's a lot of people that are anti-AI as well. So I think all three of them, they really fit well together.
I'm just reading through this chat and seeing people chat and type stuff. No, so it's like 2 days old now. You say you've got a lot of stuff going on. You said the Twitter, the Reddit post, and the Twitter, what Ben just explains, that to attract new people. But you also got the crypto YouTuber HLS Dan. Are you having planned some specific topic about Wet any on your YouTube?
Yeah, absolutely. So at the minute, we've got 3 videos that are live now, all about the wet token. Goes through loads of different bits of detail and things like that. So we're definitely going to do that as much as possible, as often as possible. Also, as well, I think one of the things is why the chart is doing as well as it is because that we've actually put ourselves out there. We've been honest and open from the start, and I think it's very rare, particularly with things like Solana memes and generally in crypto as well. A lot of it's very trust is a very important thing, and it's also very lacking in the crypto space in general. So the fact that we've all independently grown our various different platforms and we've always been very honest, I think has made a massive difference to that. And what people are seeing is the first couple of days or the first sort of 18 to 36 hours, people are always very skeptical of going into a coin that early. But what you've seen is now why we've got such a high floor is because people understand that we are out there. We're talking all the time. We're in the Telegram. We're on YouTube. We're on X, formerly Twitter. I still call it Twitter, to be honest.
Yeah.
But we're always out there doing these things. And I think that makes a massive difference. And I think that's why we've got such a high floor now. And I fully believe that within the next couple of hours, maybe the next 12 hours, we're definitely going to be, crossing past the 1 million market cap. And I think it's really exciting. And anyone who's on board can now at least see who we are and they understand who we are. And I think that's fantastic.
Yes, good. And I got your I'm sharing the screen with your pictures on the website, and in one of the chats was asking, are those the real pictures or the AI generated pictures?
I am not that attractive. That's AI.
AI.
Yeah, I'm also not that attractive. The eyes are not blue.
You aren't so smooth in real life. That's a disappointment. Someone was asking that. You got a compliment of Paulus, your old, where you work with. Have to jump to a business meeting now, but good to hear you guys are on a new project again. Hope it all works out. Best of luck, Jordanna and Ben. So that's always nice from Paulus to have a shout out to you guys.
Yeah, same to him.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the nice thing of being in crypto space. Like, if you're doing good, you always meet the same people. That's kind of they're all coming around, and you go in different projects and you meet the guys from 2 years ago, or the marketer is working with this project. So it's always nice to have a couple of guys in the space that and can rely on. You just told too, like Solana is different than BSC or chains, and it's a different chain. What we see, and like the people in our chat, most are now over. Okay, they know they have to do a phantom wallet, or they can buy trading with a bot. But do you know? Do you have also, like, maybe this is more for you, crypto HLS then, to explain how they can go onto Solana chain and how to buy the tokens, like really like in the first days of being on BSC, that you have to say, you have to get a wallet and you have to go to PooCoin and you have to get BNB. Do you have a way of teaching people that to even go on Solana chain?
Yeah, so many countries are all different, but I think as long as you basically get an on-ramp, so any exchange that you can buy Solana from, if you can then send that to your Phantom wallet or your Solflare wallet, you'll be able to then trade that directly and instantaneously into wet token. So it's actually very simple. The fees are very, very cheap as well, whereas Ethereum, the fees are quite high, but whereas being on Solana, the fees are very, very low. So you just basically have to get yourself an on-ramp, which can be done through many exchanges. I'm sure that every country's got an exchange that is applicable to them. You buy Solana, and then you just send it to your Phantom wallet or your Solflare and transfer it into where it's a relatively simple process. But maybe I'll show the process in a video coming up soon.
Yeah, because we are a community that's even for people that just got a phone, or they don't even know what a MetaMask or Trust wallet is, and now we're telling Phantom, and they're like, huh, Phantom? and you want to guide them to the right phantom. And there are a lot of scams online, and it's for them it's scary to do something that we're talking about doing it via Trojan and to bots, and they're confused and they like, okay, no, never mind. I'll stay on BSC or I stay on Ethereum because I just learned that in the last 2 years, and now they come with something else. So it's a way to teach people to even get a Phantom wallet is maybe the first step for people to go on Solana to be really trading there.
So with the Phantom wallet, or the Soulflare wallet, it is available on most of the iPhone, the App Store, and like Google Play and things like that. It's very accessible. Once you've downloaded it, make sure that you get like a phrase, a 12 different series of words phrase. Make sure you keep that very safe. Write it down. Don't let anyone see it. That's obviously the most important thing. But also, in terms of security, is make sure that if you ever take a contract address, get it directly from the Telegram, the wet Telegram. That's the correct contract address, or the wet website as well. That's the correct contract address. So obviously, it's always important to be as safe as possible, because obviously crypto is littered with a lot of different scams and things like that. So it's important to always get the actual contract address, which is the most important. But you can get like Phantom Wallet and Soulflare from all of the main app stores. So you should be fine with that.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, like Solana itself, like operates exactly like any of the EVM stuff people are more used to, like Polygon, BSC, Ethereum, stuff like that. It's just a slightly different wallet, different swaps, but the framework of everything is largely identical.
Yeah, and I understand completely, but you want to maybe in touch a new market or a new group of people that goes into a crypto for the first time, like a new generation that's never been on crypto. Then they really need to know where to get it and how to be safeguarded from scams. Like you said, don't share your key, don't share your sentence, and go on the right sites to download the right stuff. I see two people having their hand raised, so I'm gonna unmute the mic for John. Good evening, John. You're unmuted. And are you scared now to talk? No, right? I'll keep him unmuted. I'm gonna unmute Dev Kelf. Good evening, Dev Kelf. You're unmuted.
Hello, can you hear me?
You're a little low, but we can.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so in what ways has a web token demonstrated adaptability to various use cases? And can you provide concrete examples of successful implementation across different industries? Thank you.
Did you guys get anything of this question?
I wasn't able to hear it.
No. Dev, can you type it in the chat maybe? That's
Okay.
okay. No, I don't hear it. No, you're lost into the space. He's typing. Okay, I'll see the question now. In what ways has web token demonstrated adaptability to various use cases? And can you provide concrete examples of successful implementation across different industries? Now, you don't really. They explain. Yeah, okay, it's cool.
All right, so in a wide variety of ways, I mean, there's many ways we can articulate various kinds of utility that would be in relation to the adult industry or pornography. I mean, I don't think we've moved this token into like other industries just by default. Like it's possible, but it's it wouldn't probably not make sense to call it the wet token if we're going to work in like children's entertainment, or something like that. But within the adult industry, there's a wide variety of lanes you can take. So Jordana explained an entire thing about creating an OnlyFans type platform that would be just for AI content. That's pretty powerful on its own. It's also pretty feasible to do just based on the connections that we already do have. Separately, there's things we can do like selling traffic in the adult industry. Also, just content itself is sold in like many different kinds of lanes. Like just making content or having AI content can be sold via clip store. It can be sold via streaming. It can be sold via just like an OnlyFans type like chatting sort of service via DM. There's about 5 or 6 different articulated lanes of just selling pornography online, and they're all kind of their own thing, their own revenue stream that we can take advantage of if we wanted to. I think particularly when AI video content is like more widely propagated, you can make something more than like 5 seconds long, and you can add audio to it. Um, it will be huge in the porn industry. I think it's something that Jordana also briefly mentioned, but I do think it's going to be like a significant title change when like you can click a button and make an entire porn scene, and that's probably something within the course of this year that's going to happen. So it just takes probably like Chat GPT being broken and there being a person that can make a version of it that gets past NSFW filters for their video, like text to video generation. So I think being a first mover in that space is pretty huge. I can also say from experience, a lot of people in the adult industry proper are very wary of AI. Like they're not really trying to work with it. OnlyFans itself does not allow AI content. So it's definitely a place where if you're someone like ourselves, where you understand the technology, are willing to work in this particular category of AI, you don't really have that much competition. And it's a pretty open kind of gold mine or gold rush for just seeing who can be the one of the first movers in AI pornography, I think. And it will be like a $1 billion industry on its own. It's very straightforward how it would be. Um, it really is true that sex sells basically, and online content that can be generated to like the person's particular fantasy is very powerful. It's actually one of the major selling points on OnlyFans is making custom content, and that is essentially what AI content is itself. So I see a wide variety of ways that we could be able to work within the adult industry just based on connections that we have. Again, this is all really based on us getting to a particularly high market cap that it makes sense to tie all these things to this particular token. But we totally want to do it. We're very interested in doing that. And if people want to see these things, just buy into the token, be a part of it, and we'll add in these various types of utilities we're talking about.
Yeah, basically, WET started like as a meme token on Solana, but it can grow out to be maybe utility token into that AI porn industry that you're already in. So that's if the market cap goes higher, you have more possibilities to expand the range of the project.
Yeah, I mean you framed that correctly. Are we taking more questions?
Yeah, no, I'm reading through all my chats. Well, I think I got my questions there. So yeah, then one of the last questions is it's 2 days later. What's the first things you're gonna do like this week? What can people expect? Are there more AMAs coming? Are there YouTube videos already in the pipeline? What's the latest thing?
I can answer that one. So currently we are trending on Deluge Bot. I never know how to say it, but Deluge Bot. So we're trending at the moment on Deluge Bot. We can tend to, keep our trending up there. We are on, our ads have just gone live. We've just broken 800K market cap since we've been on this AMA. Our ads have gone live. You can expect CoinGecko, CMC, multiple callers, because there's some of the bigger callers won't call you until you've had, especially when you've been on Solana, they won't call you until you've been, had a steady chart for a couple of days because of Solana, right? So we've got some of those big callers coming as well. We've got some more spaces. We've got the poker competition on the Monday. We're going to have some spaces with adult creators. We're going to have spaces with collaborative spaces with other adult projects as well on various blockchains. So you're going to see many things. But our Reddit takeover is fully live as well. So we're currently on crypto moonshots. Ben's obviously doing his magic with all of the kind of upvoting and the trending and everything over there. So yeah, we're on Weibo, we're on WeChat, we are everywhere. We're on DexView, Dex Screener, pretty much everything that you can be on, we are on right now. So yeah, it's just our ads have just gone live since we've been on the call. So yeah, it's looking fun. There's going to be more of that.
And it's like in a matter of like 45 minutes, it's just going up. So that's always a good sign. Can you? I think most of people know where to go, but can you put the links or the link tree in the chat, or send it to one of the mods here, so people that aren't already in your chat can join your chat and follow you, and see what it's all about? Because are you gonna have like also a Discord community, or just gonna stay on Telegram?
Sorry, I was sending it to your mod, your super mod. Yeah, so we are going to have a Discord, but the Discord will be less probably about the token and more about the adult stuff, like the fun, the after dark stuff. So if you're interested in the token and, you know, that kind of side of it, and, you know, the chart and all that, I'd say stay in the Telegram. But if you want to see, you know, some of the not safe for work things, and that, we're going to be putting that into the Discord. We're not going to like split the, yeah.
Definitely put that link into the chat too, then, because that will be for all the guys that are listening now. And it's one of the things that they're asking me in the private from where they can see some content. So they're definitely interested in the coin, but also definitely interested in the content. So if you can put that in the chat too, then you will see them.
We don't actually have it yet, but we will have in the coming days. So we'll be dropping that in our Telegram group. So yeah, I've just dropped it to Supermod. Is it Supermod?
Yeah, he just posted it in the chat. So people who are here and hasn't been in the chat yet, join them there. Wait for the link to Discord in their chat, and enjoy the fun there. So see how it's gonna go the next couple of days when all the trending and the marketing really jumps off and starts going. It's always good to see a Solana project survive. We just had a launch to it. Like, yeah, it's always scary. They go up and down, and sometimes they don't go up again. So it's nice to see that as coin moves to the right and go straight a little bit up. Not straight in line, just slowly but surely.
Yeah, it's nice and healthy, and you know, we had those accumulations around 500k consolidation, around 500k during the night and things like that. So we found a really nice floor there, and now, you know, we're sitting at 839 market cap now. So yeah, it's gonna go. This thing is gonna take off. Not financial advice, but like it's good.
Oh yeah, it's healthy. It's a healthy chart.
Yeah, definitely.
Ben, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I can talk for a moment just about, you know, like the chart itself. When we, you know, launched this token, we did a private sale initially that funded the liquidity and the initial marketing. It was all people that knew us previously, that, or at least likely knew us previously, or were like friends of friends that were brought in by someone that knew us previously. So of all these people that came in, you know, I took a look at the chart the first night and the second night of the token launch, you know, and I just wanted to track, like, you know, you know, essentially, you know, were our friends loyal? Did they stick around after day one? And just took a look at like any wallets that sold that were large. And really what I found out was just almost the entirety of any buys that, or excuse me, any sells that we saw were from people that bought in after the launch. You know, so we actually do have this like kind of like rock solid floor of people that believe in what we do and are just sitting there and accumulating more tokens rather than trying to exit ASAP, essentially. And we hear that in our DMs, we see that in our community, you know, that we do really have just like people that are not just, trying to make a quick buck. Like they're trying to see this for more of the medium or long term of what we can do with this token. So I do think that we have a very good floor here, like Jordanna said, and I do think that we have the ability to just grow off of it as well and go parabolic off of our very solid rock bottom floor that we can maintain. I think a lot of Sol projects when they launch, they're undoxed. People have no idea who the owners are, so they have no real reason to hold a token, long term. They're probably trying to come in and out after like a day or something and just move on. And that's logical. So I think us being doxxed goes a really long way towards the longevity of this token chart wise.
Yeah, it's always good to see the faces behind a project, even if they're AI generated. I saw someone who can you put the real picture next to it so we can see the power of AI? Well, maybe you should do that in a DM or in a
I mean,
private
you
chat.
can see my picture in my photos if you just go look at my profile. I think it's like the first one's my dog. Like I can say I'm not a dog, I am a human. But like after that, you can see the real me.
Yeah, I think mine's the same, to be fair.
You can also
yeah,
see me on the YouTube channel, but
yeah.
I don't look as good as the AI one. I haven't got blue eyes either, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Are you working on it? Yeah. Ben, we just see a blue bee, so I don't see a picture of a duck, but maybe I should go in the chat and see it there. Oh, that would be good. But that was one of the questions too. Can you put it next to each other? Yeah, thank you guys. It was really informative and learning about how you're going to set up this project and what you're going to do with it in the coming weeks and months, and maybe something in the future with AI. We're not promising anything, but because people are going to get eager then, so but maybe in the future. So that's always good. We're seeing this going up, so we hope that this goes, like you said, to the million market cap in the foreseeable future, and in the next steps to the AI porn industry. So I'll give the last speakers to you, the last minutes, to tell people why they should go into web and what they can do with it.
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly add that our supply is 64.3 million, which is really low. So when you think about the possibilities of that and the utility that we're aiming to tie into this, in the not far too distant future, like the potential of this token, and it is insane. So we did a 25% burn before launch. The total supply was 100 million. And then if you see the top holder on SolScan, it's got 10.7 million in a dead wallet, so it would be the dead 11111 wallet on Solana. So yeah, 64.3 million supply, guys. So I mean that is really, really low. So yeah, I just wanted to add that because it's really bullish.
Yeah, I can add in more of just, pitching the token basically, but so I mean essentially like what we have here, I think is really rare actually, like particularly on the Solana blockchain. So like what I've seen in this like particular blockchain and this particular environment of like March 2024 is like you can take a look at this point now at like just tokens being paired like with liquidity like ASAP. Like there's certain websites for it where you can literally see them like second one right when they come up. I took a look at this, for Solana, like tokens that were popping up and they're being paired and they will rug like literally like a couple minutes later. And it's like 99% of tokens or something on Solana, are rugs basically. And it's not because like Solana itself is like sketchy or anything like that. It's just because there's, it's the same thing as BSC in 2021 where there's so much hype. There's so many people just putting up tokens and people just think, they can make their money on it. And they probably are, honestly. But we're ethical people. We put our faces on it, and we're not interested in like rugging anything. We can't even really do that with our faces on it without having like severe repercussions to our own lives. So I think having a token on Solana where the devs are doxed and it's a meme token and people are able to buy in at a really low market cap is like it's like legitimately really rare. Like I don't know of many others on this blockchain in that regard. So I think it's a very good buying opportunity just because it's not a rug, and also like this blockchain has such enthusiasm on it that like it just gets volume like no matter what. Like if we did zero marketing, there's still like all kinds of people like buying in and out, right? Like it doesn't just sit still, you know? So like just like literally existing on this blockchain and like knowing we're not gonna scam you is like probably like half the recipe of like how this moons, honestly. Like just us existing in a proper ethical fashion. I don't know what that says about crypto, about how many scams there are. Like that's such like a selling point, but I really think it's like, you know, very true that like, you know, when I buy into a Solana token myself, like I have no idea if it's gonna be a rug at this point. You know, I think it's, you know, 60% chance if I buy into it, I'm probably gonna get scammed. So like having a
I
place
think
you can
even
actually put
more,
your
yeah.
money. It might be more, yeah. It might literally
Yeah.
be like 99% or something. But you know, I try to be safe and like kind of, you know, do my due diligence. But even then, like you never know. So like I can't really think of many other projects that, at least for a meme token on Solana, that would be better to buy in than us at the end of the day, to be honest. And we've done like many other projects, like even like we, you know, I saw Paul earlier. That was a project I was a part of back in 2021. You know, same with Vice World in 2022 and Jordanna running it herself in 2021. These were multi-million market cap projects. Like Pleasure Coin right now, like still is a multi-million market cap project like years later. You know, these are things we've been a part of and have done previously. So like even at the market cap, it's at like at this moment, which is sub 1 million, you know, if we just like basically recreate what we've done on previous tokens, it's like incredible gains for whoever buys into it. So like even if like you didn't get in on like the exact launch price, it's still like crazy gains like at this exact moment of me saying the sentence, right? And I can see like literally based on like us having this like AMA, like there's been a ton of buys. Like just from us talking here, I see like tons. Like we've gone up like an extra like 10% since like the beginning of this AMA or something like that. So I think people do hear the words we're saying. They understand like, oh, okay, this is actually a pretty safe thing to put in on Solana. I know Solana's doing really good. Look at all this cool stuff they're doing. You know, look that they are previous owners and you know this isn't the first time they're doing it. Um, I think people understand that, and I think more people hearing me right now are probably going to buy in as well, on top of people that already have over the last 40 minutes or so. So I feel very, very bullish on what we're doing. You know, I have no idea what our all-time high will end up being. It might be in the hundreds of millions. It could be something crazy, you know. So I hope people understand just like the potential of like what we can do here, you know, and try to come aboard before it gets too high and you lose like your entry point.
And Supermat just shared from Soul Trending. You're right now Soul Trending number 4 on their chart. So he just shared a buy from Wet in the chat. So and Marcus said it becomes quite a wet floor. It's not a slippery floor. It's a good floor, Marcus. It's not wet and slippery. Yeah, that comes after. Don't fall and trip. You want to get in and stay dry on the maybe on top of the I don't know the diving ring.
There's some metaphor here of water and wet and making money. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, and I'm joking with Marcus. Marcus is one of our wet and slippery or slat and slippery. Yeah, that's a word I can't translate for you guys. That's not a nice word. Now, guys, really, thank you for being here. And like I always say, you're always welcome to come in the chat and share news and updates. That's really interesting for the community. I know a lot of our community members are already in the chat, but please join their chat. And if you want to see those extra content in the next couple of days or weeks in Discord, join there, please. Don't do that here in this chat, just in your chat and in the Discord. And just update us on everything that's going on. And we'll see when we hit the 1 million market cap. Maybe tonight. We'll watch the chart. We'll put it up by us.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds great. I'm happy we were able to do this AMA. It sounded like a lot of people, you know, got fairly hyped and bought into the token during it.
Yeah, it's really good. Thanks, guys, for having us again. And I'm sure we'll be back again sometime in the future.
Yeah,
You're always welcome to come back. Yeah. And then just drop your or share your crypto channel with Supermat, or I don't know if you can share links in the chat, so we'll know where we can see you to talk about the wet.
Yeah, thank you very much. I will do. I'll get it in there for you.
Okay, thank you, Jordanna, Ben, and I see you next time.
Thank you.
guys.
Take care.
Bye.